Captain, incoming message.
Hey, give me a large diet malt liquor and a popcorn with extra motor oil.
Authorization code. Command functions are offline. Automatic defense procedures initiated. Diagnostic complete. Sensors are functioning normally.
All right, time to talk to Orville. Where Gary and Doomcock doing tonight? They're
slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now they're selling it. You want to sell it? Well,
I just gotta be an asshole. I love that.
Fine.
It fits. It fits Star Trek Discovery. But now we get to talk about Orville. Orville.
Orville. I think this episode was titled Sanctuary.
Yes, it was.
Yes, in light of the Kaelon, assault on Earth, the Orville's upgrading their weapon systems, and Kelly and Ed are. It's like, wow, this is really impressive. They have couple weapons experts. They're talking it over, and so they the weapons they go to their quarters after coming on board. Tala showing them around. No, that's okay. Yeah, we're okay. No, we don't want to. We don't need any help. So they open up the case initially, and you don't see what's in it. Just a blue light. And so, it doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. And then they notice on the bridge that they're siphoning off power. And so they send Bortus to check it out. Bortus he goes to check it and see, this is the contrast between the STD and this show, that I actually remember it.
Exactly.
Well, not only that, it's taking you time to explain, and there's a lot of, and therefore.
Yes. So therefore, Bortus goes to check, and Bortus says, you're siphoning off power. And they said, well, we need some extra power for the food replicator because there was an item that we wanted. And okay, can I take a look? Bortus goes in, he scans the case. What is this case? They open it up, and what's in it? Therefore, that's a call for and. What's in the case?
And a baby.
Yes, a Mocklin baby.
Ew.
So they ask Bortus to look the other way because it's a female child. Female births are apparently more common than we thought on Mockless, which we've been saying for quite a while.
We were thinking that they were going to go a little deeper with that. They weren't just going to do a one and done when they have a character on their show that they could really, really dive deep into and make it something good and an overarching story. Fuck you, Discovery. This is how you do it.
Mm-hmm. So Bortus looks the other way, and he brings Topa. And there's actually a scene with Topa earlier on where Topa is very rude to this girl, pushes her to the ground. And who's the teacher?
Marina Sirtis.
No, yes, Marina Sirtis.
Deanna.
Yes, Marina Sirtis.
Oh, we love Marina Sirtis. She's great. I love her. She's mine.
Yes, she is.
That's a strong female. If you want.
Yes. So there's a scene where Bortus and Clyden are, they discipline Topa, and Topa doesn't understand why he can't be rude toward females. He feels they're inferior, and Bortus corrects him. He goes, we're on the ship. We have to respect the female crew members. Clyden's not very happy. And that leads actually to a subplot, another portion of this plot. And so anyway, there's Topa. So Bortus brings Topa to the quarters of the engineers who are transporting the baby. It says it's a female. There's nothing to fear. So it's this big moment. You think it's going to be this big kind of warm moment, but then Topa lets it slip that they're transporting a child after this couple disembarks. They were going to go to Reptesia. I can't remember how it's pronounced, but the planet full of blue people that bukkake out of their face. So that Kelly banged.
Yeah, Bukkake out of their face. Yeah, Derulio's people. I can't remember his race.
Yeah, Derulio's people. Yeah, they said they've already promised asylum. So Bortus was covering for them, and Bortus has found out that he's doing this. Pardon me. And so they have to go track down the ship. And it turns out it's headed to a nebula. And the nebula is actually home to a small system of 3 planets. There's one planet that's inhabitable. And they take a shuttle down. They take a shuttle down to the planet. They find that it's inhabited by an entire colony of female Moclans. The leader of the female Moclans is the great poet, a writer who we saw last year in About a Girl.
I can't remember her name, but she was awesome.
I think Harena.
Harena.
I think her name was. Yes. Great reintroduction to the character. Great reintroduction to the character. So Ed is saying to them, they can't hide forever. Eventually they're going to be found out. So they want to evacuate. Ed says, no. Listen, we can go to the Union. And we could say, I want to say the Federation. It's the Federation, isn't it? Can we just call
the Federation?
So they go to the Federation. They want to plead their case. And on the way, and the Orville's going to stay in orbit to protect the colony. So on the way, she discovers Dolly Parton. She sings with the voice of 100 soldiers. This is the voice of our revolution.
No, we had F. Murray Abraham show up.
Yes.
Canada,
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd.
Oh, Tony Todd.
Yes, he was an Axonar. Ted Danson.
Yeah, Ted Danson's good.
Kelly Who. And yeah, like I said, quite a bit of star power on this show actually. So anyway, like I said, the whole thing with Dolly Parton was great. I love that. And then it comes back. They're pleading their case to the Union. A Moclan ship shows up, and there's a standoff. No hostilities are exchanged. So they're pleading the case to the Union, and the Moclans are having none of it. Harena stands up and she pleads her case, and she says, in the words of a great female poet, working, and Ed's like, oh boy, working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try.
The voice of a revolution. Harena did say something similar to what Kirk said in Mirror Mirror. In every revolution, there was one man of the vision. She said in every revolution there is one voice. There's always one voice who starts it. I'm like, who said that? I'm not sure, but it was very wise.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So eventually everything starts breaking down. The Moclans assault the colony. Bortus and Kelly go down there and to defend the colony. Ed is the one that comes up with a solution. Say, listen, we have to defend ourselves against the Kalon. We need the Moclans. The Moclans need us. Moclans say, not if we align ourselves with the Krill. Everybody, and Ed is the one that says, listen, you can't defend yourself alone against the Krill. But when the Kalon, I get the Krill against the Kalon, but when the Kalon wipe you all out, this colony is going to be the only Moclan settlement left, and it'll still be a single gender species, but not the way you planned it. And so they reach a settlement. The colony will continue to exist. They won't be officially recognized, but the child trafficking will stop. So that's where we leave it. And actually, it's actually left open at some point. Perhaps the Moclan civilization will be passed. And there's a moment actually with
temporarily that the Union wouldn't acknowledge them temporarily. But yes. Did you notice he said that in return the Moclans agree to never bother them again, basically. I don't remember exactly
Yes.
how he said it, but he made sure that point was in there. But then agreement then was they wouldn't bring any more children over there. But again, like you said, I just thought that was important that would be brought up.
Yeah, it was important. Yeah. There's also a very good I wouldn't call it a subplot, but there was a side scene with Kelly and Bortus and Clyden, where you had Bortus and Clyden were in 10 forward. It's 10 forward. Let's call it 10 forward.
Yeah.
They were in 10. They were in 10 forward. They were, Bortus was very troubled by what was going on. Kelly was trying to, reassure him, listen, we're doing the right thing. Clyden comes over, says, Bortus, it is time to come home. I will be home momentarily. No, you must come home now. And then Bortus has it out with Clyden. You are I know you're unhappy on the ship. You do not leave your quarters. Commander Grayson is here right now. You have not acknowledged her presence. And it was really kind of a revelation from Bortus, even though he grew up in that single gender.
You left out the part where you don't want to be around women. You're disgusted by them. Then he pointed out
you're
acknowledged.
Yes, yeah. Well, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I knew it was important. That's an important deal. We shouldn't overlook that. You don't want to be around women. You're disgusted by them. So we kind of know where everybody stands now.
But again, here's a way that Seth has found by using old school tricks. That was hard to say, but I did it. I should get an applause for that. Where he's using old school tricks. There, he did it again. To basically take something that is kind of a modern, social issue without completely shoving it in your face and making it fun, exciting, thoughtful, thought-provoking. And also at the end, there wasn't a definitive, this is the right answer. Just like the same thing where we left off with, what was it, episode 3, where we initially introduced the storyline with
about a girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So again, that's what I was just trying to say. So here you go. You have another situation where they did a similar situation, ending the similar kind of way. But the best part is I started off this episode not liking it. And that's because I thought, oh, this is going to be another bottle episode. The Mocklins are hiding something, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, this is just looking like it's going to be a really bad, retread of what we've been seeing all season with the feelings and, like I said, the bottle episodes, because they just haven't seemed to have the money to do a lot of the more spectacular stuff until recently. But boy, was I wrong. Within, halfway through the episode, here we are getting both, a strong story. We've got a lot of action scenes that happen near the end. A lot of thought-provoking shit going on. There's some courtroom stuff.
It built to that action, so the payoff was earned. That's the thing. There was a rising tension throughout the entire episode.
Got a Wrath of Khan callback or a homage. When he said, if we go into what was it, Nebula, or what was it? If
we go into the Nebula, we lose them. We'll lose them if we go into the Nebula. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there was a thing about too. And there was, like I said, there's a thing about he brings up a social issue, and Joe Menosky actually wrote this one. Star Trek writer, TNG writer.
That's why it was good. That's why it felt like Star Trek.
Yes, exactly. Brings up nobody mentioning the SGW-ness of this episode, but the thing is,
they took a modern social issue and didn't shove it in your face. Didn't give you a definitive answer at the end. Sure, it was kind of a stalemate. And one side did kind of get a little more out of it than the other, but
presented both sides.
They also aren't forcing the other side to accept them in their society either, and they're no longer, taking any babies out of their society either. So there was also definitive answer. Everybody got their way, basically.
It also dealt with the idea, the Union was willing to look the other way because they were providing weapons to the Union so they could fight the Kaelon eventually.
But them one culture, I don't know what they are. They did bring up another point, and this goes to what you're saying, Ray, however you say your name, sorry. Basically, when they said if the Union's going to start pushing its beliefs onto other cultures, that's, something that's I don't remember how they put it, but that's not a good thing. Basically, it'd be unprecedented, or however he said it. Setting a standard that would be bad, basically.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, and one of the great things is, like I said, they present.
So basically, what I think they were trying to say, Rob, with this was you want to get direct. It's really directly getting to how certain cultures. I don't want to specifically single anybody out, but certain cultures treat women in their society more so than the feminist angle. I think that Ray, or how you say it, sorry, is getting at. I think it was more of a comment on that, because that stuff was in the news not too long ago.
Yeah, how do you explain Kelly beating a huge ass Mocklins? Well, there are certain types of judo where you can use your like Aikido.
Because Kelly kicks ass, that's why. Haven't you figured out?
Yeah. Kelly's already proven herself in battle.
Yeah, she's done a few missions with Bortus where she's like when they were in prison on that one planet, and they've done this a few times. she's a trained fighter.
Oh yeah, and like I said, there are real world judo techniques that you use your opponent's size against them, Aikido, jiu-jitsu. It's not unheard of.
First was the element of surprise, and then as we noticed as the fight went on, especially the women helped and joined in, and even made the odds a lot more even. So,
but they did not make Bortus look incompetent. That was the other thing.
And they didn't necessarily say that they were killing everybody either. They all could have been set on stun on both sides.
Yes, exactly.
Nobody said anything about anybody getting killed. Did you notice that? So they may have been a skirmish, but maybe they were all.
And then the back.
It's STD tier. No, I don't think so. Maybe if it was just the two of them, the whole fight, yeah. But once the other Mocklin women joined in, I think the fight got very fair after that.
Mm-hmm. But the other thing too, it stopped, and there's been a settlement. So.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not sure they were necessarily using lethal rounds. It didn't seem like everybody was that concerned like you would be normally if you were in a lethal fight, it seemed like. I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much into that, but I'm not trying to come up with excuses for it either, Ray, seriously. I thought the fight was fine. I didn't have no issues. So.
Well, like I said, it was fine because it was a build-up and it was a payoff to the fight. It was a build-up.
Well, I think it's supposed to be more of a visual allegory for what was going on in the courtroom at the same time. It was like you had the diplomatic side, you had the war side. It was kind of trying to show both sides at the same time,
But anyway, like I said, so we get this great scene though at the end where Topa and the girl that he pushed to the floor actually working together on something. Showing them, well, you know what? It's Mocklin society is starting to change. The change is starting to become slowly but surely.
Society, at least it is in that little area to Topa.
That one, and
it's important.
It has to start with one person.
Yeah, because he hasn't told Topa yet, has he? I don't think he did in that scene. No.
They haven't told Topa that he was born a girl.
Bortus promised his husband or wife or whatever.
Well, see, you got to remember that, like that's kind of they set it up already. Where you had the writer who was the female, where Bortus's own, where Clyden was a female, where their own child was a female. So they already set it up, so you could kind of tell a little bit if you kind of know where these sort of shows go and know the pattern of them. It's a little predictable, but I like this kind of predictable because it's a payoff. It's something that I want to see, right? And that's not what we get over on Discovery. We don't get anything we actually care about with any of their setups. We're like, and then it's going to be this. But with this, it's like, oh, see, yes, look, awesome. This is where we're going with this. This is why it's awesome. And this is why we want to see, to see this through, because I think that's a fascinating way to look at that and deal with the identity politics and deal with, gender issues and like female oppression, like actual female oppression. I know, I'm just rambling. Right. I know, I'm just rambling. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay.
Anyway, we all
like to sploosh.
Yeah.
That's no, that's Archer.
Well, no, and again, to go back what I was saying before is obviously the whole show is a metaphor for, as I said, certain cultures and how they treat women, and whether or not our culture or other cultures should impede their, their feelings on it. So again, if anybody wants to argue, as it kind of is going on in the chat, not a horrible argument, a friendly argument or debate, if anybody wants to debate that fact, is like I said, at the end, no party really wins in this situation. The Mocklins are still going to do their own thing on their planet. The female Mocklins are going to continue to live in peace on their planet, but they're not going to be able to grow their society now. So I mean, or save any, or never, in their eyes, save any more women from, being operated on. So it's one of those situations where it's kind of a stalemate, just like in the episode with, Topa originally. So
yeah. About a girl, yeah. Nobody wins. There's no easy solution, but everybody comes to they all get to a place where everybody can live with each other.
Pretty much, and that's
kind of
the biggest message of the entire show, of course. But again, I digress, and I stress I don't feel like the show is being pushy with any kind of subjects or politics.
No. And there's 2 more episodes left of the Orville. Thank God we get a palate cleanser after STD. After STD goes away.
Well, and we'll have Cobra Kai coming back too, so that's always good.
Biggest issue with the show is that it's trying to be late Trek with all the politics without building its world first.
No, it's been building its world since the first season. We brought up the 3rd episode how many times now? Because this entire episode all back to that and everything that's been built up to this point as far as the Mocklin culture. And as I even said at first, I was pissed because I'm like, we're going to get another Mocklin episode. And it kind of was, but it played out in a way I didn't expect. So again,
the world it's building is supposed to be similar to our world, only 400 years in the future. That's the thing.
The show has not changed at all, and that's what we've griped about. Is the critics are giving it good reviews now, just because it's owned by Disney. I swear, because before this, the show's been the same since last season. Nothing has changed.
Yeah,
it really hasn't changed. Even the jokes, like this episode, they could have just taken out the Dolly Parton stuff, and it would have been a serious Star Trek episode.
I was gonna say this was if you want to say one thing about this episode probably had the least amount of humor in it.
And it was only those 2 little references.
Yeah, they spent quite a few episodes. Joker's is right. Joker 79 is right. They spent a lot of episodes building up the Mocklin culture. I mean, about a girl. The second episode, right from the second episode, where Bortus lays the egg. The 3rd episode, then they go back and they, and then they this past season they talk about Bortus gets addicted to pornography, and we see in the Mocklin that was attracted to Tala. I mean, so there's been a good number of episodes actually that have dealt with the Mocklins and the Mocklin culture, and the differences between the Mocklins and the humans and other races.
Well, we've gotten a lot of episodes to almost every pretty much featured culture in the show now. The only one that really hasn't been explored too much is probably Yaphet. But we've gotten even some Yaphet heavy episodes, so
yeah. John Lamar, actually, we haven't gotten too much.
And he's another one, yeah.
Well, you had a few last season though, but not this season.
But we're getting there. They've got time to grow. That's the thing. We're getting to know. We got some Malloy episodes, more Malloy episodes this season. They've kind of Mercer and Kelly have kind of taken a back seat this season in a lot of ways. It seems like a lot of their thing is kind of
the time capsule one is still the best one in the season. Oh, that's just so great.
Yeah. If they're gonna send one in, if they can only pick one for an Emmy or whatever, that'd be the one I'd pick. Otherwise, if they could do a 2-part episode, if those qualify as one, I'd send an Identity. But yeah, otherwise I go with that one.
Yeah, I definitely want more Gordon episodes. I want at least one more. Gordon's a great character. He's a great foil to He's kind of a great foil to Ed and to a lot of other people. And he gets along great with John Lamar. And pairing those two, they need to be paired more often on screen, Lamar and Gordon.
Yeah, I like them. It's kind of like when you had O'Brien and Bashir on Deep Space Nine. A little bit, the little bromance.
I hate you too. Didn't realize you guys were on. I had the window open, and I
Yeah,
missed
sorry,
it.
we got demonetized right away. So.
Yeah, you gotta check the bell icon, but you also have to check. You want to be notified of the.
Well, that doesn't matter. I think because I think Gary from Nerdrotics told me flat out that if you get demonetized, you will not. Your people won't get alerted to your show. So, yeah.
So.
And yeah. So if anything, follow us on Twitter. Check out the Facebook group. We always post there if we're going live or if there's anything going on. So definitely check that out. I think all of our Twitters are in the description. So
yeah. We can't help it. We get demonetized a lot. So
yes, we do, Homer.
Is it because I jiggle on camera? Is it because I do this sometimes for Star Trek GoFundMes?
We were demonetized.
We were demonetized before that. But if you want to keep doing it, just go right ahead.
Yeah, so you can't hurt now. Nothing you can hurt.
Yay! So this is your reward for donating to the Star Trek Las Vegas GoFundMe. Please donate to that, and come see me in Star Trek Las Vegas. And stuff. I don't know. Hey, it's been working though. It has been working, right? I think it's been working.
How you're like not quite whoring yourself out.
I'm not quite whoring myself out. I'm not a cam girl.
That line, you're not going over the line. But
I did crawl across the floor on my hands and knees towards the camera on my last.
Did you really? Wow!
Oh, jeez.
I was pushing boxes forward. I was pushing the boxes forward for the unboxing.
Yeah, you're making sure you're doing it like those cleaning technique videos. Have you heard about these? You gotta wear a French maid outfit though. Oh, they don't even go for that anymore. They just wear the tight, skimpy shorts and a real tight top, and they're showing you how to quickly clean. They're generally single mothers. So I'm not gonna knock it. It's how they're making some money, and they're not really degrading themselves so much. So,
does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
Yes, it does. Your aunt can help with that outfit. Tyler, you could probably just get Tyler on here because it sounds like he's actually seen these episodes, but we're just about done, I imagine. So
I'm pre-thought. I haven't gone full thought yet. No, I'm old enough to be those thought's mother.
Don't go to
girl.
Please. Hold on, please don't go to Vegas. I'm actually surprised at how.
Please, Rob and Tom, don't go to Vegas. Why?
They don't want us. They don't want us to jiggle on camera. That's why.
We'll get kicked out, probably.
No, I'm the one who gets kicked out.
Scravage, $1.99 super chat.
Well, if you want her to get some dominatrix clothes, you're gonna have to give a lot more than $1.99.
Did you see what somebody sent me? Did you see? Like I know my PO box.
Holy Catoli, you can be.
Oh my god! Holy cow!
You can be Frankenfurter.
I know. These were the PO box unboxing. If you guys do want to watch that live stream.
Oh yeah.
Like legit. Like
I saw the picture, but I haven't seen the video yet. So I like the picture with the kitty. Now I know why the kitty's making that face.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of awesome that people want to send me stuff.
Oh shit! This is fun, but we almost have taken this like off the rails. To
Andre's gonna yell at us.
Nah, I don't think
he's gonna yell at
Let's
me.
give some final thoughts though on Orville and take this thing home.
It was a good episode. It was really good.
I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to at first. Again, like I said, I've repeated it a few times, but I can't say it enough. When I'm pleasantly surprised by something, I love it because I have been a critic of the, of the constant Mocklin storylines throughout the year. It's been like, okay, Scravage sent another $1.99. That's what I meant, Tom. Someone sent her. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Someone sent her.
Ooh, so you're gonna get
it. Yeah, because they sent these in the mail in the PO box from
Sending
England.
It piece by piece.
Yeah.
Giggity.
One piece at a time, and it didn't cost Mecca a dime.
I know, right?
Oh Lord.
Somebody wants you to be a dominatrix, huh?
Apparently, yeah.
Now this is what true feminism is.
You're welcome.
Limited power.
Yeah. I do. I knew someone. She was into that. You know, she would with God. You know, she would tie people. You know, dominatrix stuff, and she. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. It's just like kind of totally unassuming. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's just like, and she's just like, she asked me, have you ever been with a dominant woman? I get no, because I think it would hurt really bad. Oh, and she's like, it's not all whips and chains. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really in a hurry to find out, and I think that's something that should feel good, not hurt. So, anyway, I digress.
Oh, good.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure Tyler's going to tell his aunt that. So,
Probably.
Yeah.
She's probably listening.
Yeah. Hi, Auntie. I don't know what's your aunt's name there, Tyler.
You forgot her name already. That's bad.
Yeah, I did.
Everybody's like, Alex, send me your number. Yeah, right.
Yeah, 6 Chewbacca's. No. No. Okay, let's wrap this puppy up. It's kind of Mona. Yeah.
Giggity.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Damn it.
I was gonna say it's pretty easy to remember.
Giggity. All right, kids. Final thoughts on this episode of the
This
Orville.
episode gets 6 Chewbaccas.
I'd say it's a good 7 out of 10.
I give it
Only like 5 or 6 Chewbaccas.
I give it 4.5 Chewbaccas.
So 4
Not
Chewbacca
quite.
and Ewok. I'm gonna train you.
Yes. And an Ewok. 4 Chewbaccas and 1 Ewok.
Oh, which
Is
one are we
Ewok
talking?
in-
The Orville or the other? Because
Orville.
Discovery was like a 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, Orville was pretty good though. I liked it.
Discovery gets a Jar Jar.
Discovery
You
gets
wanna
a big. It gets a big red angel up the you know what.
Mm-hmm. All right, kids. Let's wrap this up. So Mecca can go try on her sexy undies. So. Just for those who are concerned, Mecca, are you offended that I said that? Just for
I'm
you?
the one who showed him my front stream. What?
There you go. Okay, there you go.
Okay. If she wasn't laughing, I think then I'd be worried. You know, if she come talk to me after the show and be like, yeah, we got to talk about Rob, then I'd be worried.
It's not the first time a woman said that about me.
No.
We got to talk about Rob.
You're all right so far. So far, so good.
All right.
I don't think
All
Mecca
right,
is
kid.
most of those stuck-up women who can't take a joke. So
No.
I think she gets that it's all in good fun.
No, come on. What what
We
am I gonna do? Be offended?
Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot of and not to get into politics and all that kind of crap, but it's kind of associated with the Orville since it's about women. I think a lot of women forget that, you know, there's a lot of power in being able to control men and make them act like fools, you know, and get them to try and flirt with you. I think a lot of women forget that, but not Mecca.
Because they're too ugly to know that, and they're out there with the, you know, their blue hair and bangs on Twitter, yelling at everybody. And
Scravage says to live stream that, please. By the way.
No, there was the War of the Roses was started by two. Well, there was one war that was started by 2 goddesses who were getting into an argument over who was hotter.
Oh, that's easy. It's me.
Well, and that's the thing is, yes, in a lot of cases, most of the time women can get along a lot better than men. But when, you know, they go and say, oh, if women were in charge, there'd be no wars. Bullshit.
Yeah,
So all women were in charge. Because one day, you know, Yugoslavia is talking to Norway this week. Just remember, and I didn't make George Carlin do this bit or something like that.
I am hormonal. I am bloated, and those kangaroo humping bastards in Australia have got it coming. Okay, so yes, Scravage.
You're talking to China, and we're not talking to China. So guess what? We're not talking to them. So no.
Scravage can give the Shazam. Absolutely.
Just saying. Do it again since I was talking over it.
I'm really proud of that sound effect. That came out really good.
What do you think, Random? What would happen if women actually, all women, like, were the head of every country instead of at least a few?
Depending on the women, I mean, I think in general, it could probably be a very bad idea unless it's like the right woman, you know? If they're just hiring one for like diversity's sake.
Well, Angela Merkel worked out pretty well, but she's had a rough time lately, so, but we won't talk about that. Theresa May, not so much. So, but yeah. Yeah. So anyway.
Don't get me wrong. I love women, and you get like 2 of them together, maybe 3, they're all right. But you get more than that together, then they start to compete.
Remember what Chris Rock said? Women hate other women.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if one thinks that they're better looking than the other or whatever, yeah.
There was there was a song.
The other bitch don't know her place.
There was a song in the Austin Powers soundtrack.
God damn it.
Yeah, the song in the Austin Powers soundtrack, "The female species is more deadly than the male." Yeah, yeah, that's true. The female, the species is more deadly than the male. A female praying mantis bites the head off her mate after they copulate.
The only thing that we'd probably get rid of would be like flat out wars. You'd just have a lot of strange poisonings and shit and backstab.
Yeah.
Literally, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm trying to be a dick here. Okay.
Nobody would talk. Nobody would talk to each other.
Okay, Joker said Kinnison did that bit. I quit. I knew it was one of them. About how women couldn't control the world because we're not talking to so and so today.
All right, kids. I think it's time. I think it's time to wrap this up. What do you think?
Oh yeah, we've been off the rails so long now, and we've been. I think what is it? An hour? Did we drag this out?
Probably. Scravage. Okay, you get an extra one. Okay, just this one's on me.
Shut up!
Okay, there you go. That one's on me, buddy. All right, kids. Bullshit. So many men get into fights and get killed in the streets over shit that women started. In the bars, that's true. Yeah, I can't argue with that, especially where I'm from. Most bar fights, 99.999% of them are started by a woman. That's for sure. That's the other thing. Women like to start fights. Isn't that the truth, Mecca? They love to have men fight over them and shit.
Oh, they do. They love to compete. They love to be like the best one there. They want to. Yeah, if they think that a woman has a man, even if they don't want that man, they will like flirt and be bitchy and snotty and yeah, they'll do all kinds of shit.
We need you guys, and you're all cute, so we respect you. That's the biggest thing, and we respect you, even though we goof around.
Oh yeah, like I always felt like one of the guys anyway. So
I wouldn't go that far. You make Rob, so that's all.
I know I'm doing a good job when I can like mic drop people, so that's good.
Oh fuck, you're the queen of that. I would. You're one of the few people I wouldn't even probably try to get into any kind of pissing match with, even for fun, because you would drop that mic so hard.
Oh yeah.
That's still one of my claims to fame is like I can mic drop Doomcock. So.
Well, you're good. It's a big. That's for sure.
Not that I'm bragging about that. It's just like, oh my god, I got one in. Holy shit.
Well, you mic dropped on him a couple times. I've witnessed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, anyway.
Tyler's scared of arguing with you, so.
And you should be. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, let's get out of here. Rob has to do.
Yeah, I don't even bother to try. I'm just too busy trying to make you laugh. That's all.
Oh, Rob, you don't argue with people too much.
No, I just yell a lot.
Nah, well, you get upset. I don't think I've ever heard you really get into an argument with anybody. Well, a few people on Twitter. That's different.
Just yeah. Well, that's easy enough. You just put them on mute, and that you just go about your day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go on Twitter without getting into a fight. It never fails.
There's Zach. So many female friends of mine say they don't hang around with other females because they start too much shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard that quite a few times.
Oh yeah, a lot of the time they do.
Women hate other women. Yeah, like Chris Rock says. Go look up that bit. All right, kids. Let's bring this to an end. Okay.
Captain.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, haven't we?
Intruder alert on deck 8.
Danger zone!
Enter authorization code. Command functions are offline. Automatic defense procedures initiated. Diagnostic complete. Sensors are functioning normally.
Hi, I'm Quag.